One thing that's clear is that in our human mental processes, there are a lot of things going on at once, many parallel threads going on at once, but that our attention is not focused on more than one during a very brief time, like a 40th of a second. This is a sort of unit of time for attention, psychological attention, something like a 40th or a 50th of a second. And during that 40th or 50th of a second, it doesn't seem that we can concentrate attention on a great many things, more like one thing. But we can jump around a lot, and so we get the impression, for example, that we're following several conversations at once. But probably what we're doing is just sampling them serially and using the redundancy of the conversations to fill in. And if the conversation consists of reciting a series of random numbers, then we cannot fill it in, because there's no longer any pattern that you can use to fill in what you've missed. Now, what that means is that there's a lot of information processing going on in parallel, but the searchlight or spotlight of consciousness seems to be a serial, sequential element in this mess of parallel things. This, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. And the nature of that spotlight is still quite unclear, I think. Now, this is all, of course, in fields far from the ones I've been trained in. So I'm obviously not going to make any contribution to it through studying that particular kind of science. But by looking generally at thresholds of complexity and looking generally at complex adaptive systems and the laws that govern them, we might come up with some principles that will help to illuminate the nature of consciousness. A direct attack on it would have to be made by people who are professionally trained to study psychological phenomena.